And it is time to look through our Bills Monday mailbag. We want to start with a trip down memory lane to January.
Live at the Metrodome in the Twin Cities of Minneapolis and St. Paul, the Washington Redskins, the Buffalo Bills, Super Bowl number 26. Number 12, Jim Kelly. 3rd and goal. Thomas is back, and Thomas gets the touchdown. The Redskins are the world champions.
And this is the point at which you might ask, why, for the love of Zubas, would you show that painful clip? And it turns out there is a lesson to be learned from that Washington football team from 20 years ago that beat the Bills in Super Bowl 26.
Yeah, it turns out that squad and one other, the 2000 Ravens, have been the only teams in recent NFL history to get 2 shutout wins in their first 4 games of a season. They were the only teams to do that until the Bills joined them yesterday. It really does speak to the significance of what Buffalo just accomplished.
It must be noted both the 91 Washington and 2000 Baltimore teams went on to win Super Bowls those years. And I'm just superstitious enough to not ask the question about what that might mean for the Bills this season out loud, but hopefully you know what we are getting at. And joining us live is Vic Carucci to walk us through the mailbag this week. Vic, always great to see you.
Great to be with you as always.
All right, so Vic, we're going to talk about Kansas City in just a moment, but you know, as we set this up, want to look back at yesterday. It really is just incredible that the Bills defense has now recorded a second shutout this early in the season. There were only 3 goose eggs for all of last season for all 32 teams, right? And the Bills have now done it twice this season. Yes, the Texans are a bad team at the moment, but how significant is it to get this second shutout?
Oh, it's huge because it really speaks to why there is reason to believe what we've seen through only a quarter of the season is sustainable success. The foundation of this team is defense, and I could not have told you that I expected that before the season. They were a one-dimensional club in 2020. Let's not forget that. It was a good dimension. It got them to 13 wins. It got them one step away from the Super Bowl. That great, explosive, dynamic offense. That's not the conversation through 4 games. The conversation is a defense that puts up goose eggs.
And Vic, I understand there's another stat that Bills fans will like as we look ahead now to this coming week's game in Kansas City. It is primetime Sunday night football right here on Channel 2. And in the NBC era, the Bills actually tie for the best winning percentage on Sunday night football, which includes NBC primetime games not on Sunday plus postseason. To be fair, the Bills' percentage might be so high because they've had so few appearances. But still, is this team ready for the spotlight in KC?
Yeah, it's the WGRZ factor. I don't think there's any question about it. Look, in all seriousness about primetime, they showed this, remember, a couple of years back, Thanksgiving Day, the biggest captive audience you can get. And they're going to play, of course, on Thanksgiving again this year at New Orleans. But that game at Dallas, where, again, Josh Allen and that team just dominated and shined in the brightest of spotlights, set the tone. And yeah, I know last year the primetime stuff didn't go so well against Kansas City, against Tennessee, but I think by and large, this team rises to the occasion or feels the energy that comes from those primetime opportunities.
Yeah, and we'll see if this year Josh Allen enjoys another huge turkey leg after a win against Dallas like he did that time. Finally, Vic, I want to get your thoughts on the Cole Beasley situation after he, called out fans on Twitter. He said that they were booing him because he's unvaccinated, that it only happens in Buffalo, it doesn't happen at away games. He also in his tweet kind of questioned the science around the vaccine, saying, why get it if it doesn't protect you? How much of a distraction, and that's the question everybody's asking, in your opinion, how much of a distraction is this?
I don't think very much. Again, speaking as someone who's not in those meeting rooms or in that locker room, but based on what I can tell just being around it, and yeah, I thought that's what I was hearing on the other side of press box glass yesterday, and part of me just said, yeah, you're going to get that, Cole, because of your very public and outspoken ways on a subject that is as polarizing as can be. But as far as it really bleeding into the team or causing some issue within the team. I highly doubt that. I have too much confidence in Sean McDermott and Brandon Beane and what they've put together and what Sean is able to keep together to allow that to be some sort of divisive deal.
We always appreciate the chat. Vic Carucci is our Bills insider. He's also a host for Sirius XM. And of course, you'll see him tonight at 7:30 on Sports Talk Live right here on Channel 2. Thanks again, Vic.
My pleasure, always.
Yeah, Vic, we appreciate it. And thank you, everybody, for watching. We'll see you for another Town Hall tomorrow at 5:30.
Just a reminder that our text line is 716-849-2220.